Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now for a while now I've been trying to make a video on this. I've done a bit at a time and I've just not liked what I put up, so I've decided now to come on here today because we're going to do something and I'm going to keep it. Okay, because I can't keep taking it off, can I? I've got to have to start somewhere. It's a little bit daunting for me because I don't think I've started with a coloured background like this before. I don't know, I can't say. What I'm doing is just having a bit of fun, I suppose. So I've put a bit better. I put these appliques on the back of this piece of fabric here, on the top of it I should say. I've ironed it on because I've ironed it on with Visifix first. I put Visifix behind them, then I cut them out, and I really love these flowers. And I really love that they're so bright and everything. And I got up to these ones and I couldn't work out how I wanted to do them. This one here, you can probably see that I have been stitching it, and then I didn't like it because I do not like satin stitch. I do not like satin stitch because it's so much. Anyway, we're all different, and I just wanted to do this with all different sorts of stitches anyway, to put it on there and make it just a nice picture. Okay, so because I just felt like I wanted something to sew, something different, just for a little while anyway, and I'll then get back onto other things. Now, I've been doing a blanket stitch around the edge of this, and I'm going to finish it because it goes across here too and around in there. So I'm just going to finish this bit, and I'm going to then show you what I'm going to do with the inside. Instead of filling it all in, which I started to do on there, and I did not like that one bit whatsoever, so I've been trying to just scratch those little pieces of material, threads back together. You just scratch across it like that and they'll fall back into place, hopefully. But I will be doing I'm going to stitch this bit. Anyway, we'll see what we're doing as we go. I'm going to have to stab stitch this because I can't get hold of it at the moment. I've got it been using it on the stand out in the lounge room that Jeremy got me for my birthday, or Mother's Day, whichever day it was, but I haven't got it in here, and I can just do this anyway, like I can hold it now. But I'm going around here with the blanket stitch because I do like how that looks. To me, there's a lot of work in the satin stitch. A lot of people use it and they like it, and we're all different, see, and we all like a different thing. So I'm going to do what I want to do because it's how you enjoy your work more if you do what you want to do, isn't it? It could be nobody having to do what you don't feel like it. So I probably haven't got these as close together. That's what I started, and it doesn't matter because it's sort of have the effect of shading, maybe. Now I want to go behind that. I'll just move this. I might just move it down a tiny bit while we're doing this, as long as I don't get out of the place. So I'll go down in there. And I'll come back up through behind the back of that bit there, and then go back down, and I'm going to have to leave a few spaces because I'll stitch that one around that bit. Okay, now I've got to come around here because this is I'll show you what I've done with that red one too in a minute, and I'll put also did a beaded leaf. What was balking me a lot was what flower I had there. I didn't like the one that was on there, and I changed it. And then this here piece, I didn't like what it was looking like, but now I'm okay. I've decided, just as we're going, I'm just going to have to drop that needle down so it'll untwist the thread. As I'm going, I'm going to try and decide, you know, if it looks okay, keep going. If it doesn't, stop. Just stop, because I don't want to have to take it undone again. Cause I think I've done about 3 or 4 videos on this. Now this part here is a little bit thicker because you've got, I know that's a thick part, but this feels really thick here too. I don't know. There's nothing, only the visor fix and the 2 pieces of fabric behind it. We all got different sort of iron-on stuff, whatever you call it or not, you know, like whatever it's called. This here is the Pfizer Fix, and you iron your fabric onto this side. You can see that it's a little bit shiny, maybe. There, somewhere. And then anyway, the other side dull. So you iron it onto here. Do not touch your iron on that because it sticks to your iron. And then you can cut it out, and then you take the backing part off because that's another, and this is a double-sided one, and then you iron it onto where you want it to go, okay? Probably different names in different countries or different sorts of stuff that you can get. You can get it like an interfacing thing, but I don't think that would work. That won't work. You need something that's double-sided anyway. Is interfacing up? No, it's not. It just depends, because there's so many different sorts of stuff out there to get these days. I don't know now if I'm making these too long. No, it's to do with the thing of the plant, isn't it? Really, it's to do with the thing of the plant. So I'm going to have to back them onto another sort of. We'll have to see when I come round to it. I have a really pale flower over here that I was going to put on this, but I don't want to do. I want the orange one, don't you think? Oh, it's the orange one. Yeah, I do very much. Righto. And around the corner. It is nice and cool here in Australia, by gee. Oh well, where we are. It's going to be 21 or something here today. And I think people in other countries think that might be a bit warm. But we don't. I mean, it's cool here. It's nice. It just depends, I suppose, you know, where you are or what you're used to. The weather that you're used to is what it depends on, doesn't it? I'm going to put that back down in there. I don't know. Righto, now. So we've gone around that one, and I'm happy with it now. I just got to fix this here. It's only going to be mine, and I feel like I've made a mistake, but I'll just have to live with it, won't I? I'll just have to live with that bit because I don't want to take it apart. I do not want to pull this apart. So I will show you again how I did that one there that's padded. And I've put this on with a woven stitch first and then put little crosses over the top of that. There's two names for this, and to be honest with you, I don't have that some sort of woven basket sort of stitch on. Anyway, and this here is padded, and what I did was when I stitched around here, I turned it over, I cut a hole in the back of that piece there, carefully, because you don't want to cut through the other bit. I stuffed in some wool, you can put in wadding, whatever you want to put in there, and then I just put some little stitches across to hold it in there. So that is that. And now I'm going to be stitching around there later anyway. I wanted to do that because it had this piece of lace sort of stuff under it, and it did lift it up anyway, so I thought might as well, and I might pad one of the other ones. I could even put a little bit in the bird too, you never know, but he's on a lot of there's a lot of thicknesses under him. So let's do a little bit of work on this one here, see if I can make it like I want it to be. So I'm going to use this here, which is probably not anywhere near the colour because these are the only ones that I could find that I have. I've already been looking. I've got this one, but it's very thick and I don't want to use that. It's very thick and I don't want to use that. I'm only going to put a very small one strand even of thread to do this one, I think. I'm only going to use one strand for this bit because, I don't know, just Now I just get one and I'll just pull it straight out because it's easier than trying to divide it because it still works pretty good that way. And I'm using just a nice ordinary needle, which is probably a, could be a milliner's needle. As long as it's got a good size eye and the thicknesses of this make a big enough hole for this to go through. So what I'm going to do now is put some stitches, which are going to be straight stitches of course, from here down to the middle bit, and these can be long and short, they don't have to be all the same size, and they don't have to be fair on top of one another, but I have got them close. I must say I am doing them close. Righto, now go over this side, put one up the middle here, one up here in the middle, just because, and then I'll come over the other side. The colour's not the same, but that doesn't matter because, you know, the flower's got lots of different colours, like different shades of this colour, isn't it? So it'll be okay. Both these threads are caught in there now. I need one to come out of there. Okay. Well, you definitely get up every morning, you don't feel like going out anywhere because it's too cold. But then I suppose as the day goes on it gets a bit better, the weather, but by that time with me I like to, if I'm going anywhere, I like to do it early for morning. I don't like to be leaving it too late, you know, because I like to be back home by lunchtime. The day goes too fast as it is without going out too much. And now that I've got my scooter, I don't feel like I need to go as much as I did before. That's typical though, isn't it? We do be like that, though, can't we? We do get like that. Right, now I want to put this, just some small stitches down the bottom of this bit. I need to put that bit in there in a minute. Just some small ones, and then make it so it's surrounding that dark piece in the centre. I probably will have to come in and put a few bits of another colour that way. Whoops. Hope you're all having a good day doing your crafting. What have I done here? Lifted everything up. Because this has not been put on with Visifix, that bit. That's why it's lifting up. I wasn't thinking about putting it on there when I put that bit on. But it'll be alright. We'll get to it later. Right. There he is. Now I've got to put this blue bit in there. Or maybe, I'm thinking about going up here a bit with this colour. Just a couple of bits up here. Because then I'm going to come along and do it with a lighter colour one then. And I may use just the strands of embroidery thread as one strand. Because I think it needs to be a little bit, you know, in the background sort of thing. Not too thick. I don't like it too thick. So if I was doing stem stitch with this, I wouldn't mind it, but I was doing it with a thicker thread and it just didn't look good to me. I didn't like the look of it. Okay, so now I need to put something in there. I know I've got this really pretty blue to go on that bit. I think I'll put this one in there. I wonder what am I thinking about that. Yes, I know it's not as dark, but I don't need it to be. It doesn't have to be exactly like the background. The background's just there for a guide for your pattern, for your sewing. What you want to do. A bit of applique. It's good fun, and I only want one strand. Even, or do I need two? Just do one to start with. You can do a couple of rows if you need to. I'm going to do a stem stitch though. I will do a stem stitch. Okay. And I really want to put a bead on the end. Now I had a couple of questions about beads. A lady asked me about what sort of needle she could get to thread on seed beads. Those needles that we buy go through seed beads. You know, the ones that I've got off Temu, and the ones that you buy with the Clover brand. Their needles will go through the seed beads. So you don't have to worry about that, I don't think. Sometimes though you get a tiny, like I've got them really tiny ones that are only 1 millimetre, and they go through them, the needle goes through them. But sometimes you do come across some that are not thick enough. You do. So, too thick I should say, sorry. I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing here. I'll just do a little fly stitch thing here. I'll put a bead down in there in a minute. I'll show you anyway the needles. I remember now something else somebody asked me. Can't remember what that was. With so much stuff that I was doing and thinking about this morning. Takes a minute to get yourself sorted out. Got to remember to do everything. Brush your hair, clean your face and things like that. And do, you know, you got to remember all these things in the morning. Put your clothes on. Have your breakfast. I wanted to do some more sorting out too today, but my arms are so sore. I'm just going to give it a break for a while. It's ridiculous. Sore arms. I don't know. There we go, that looks pretty cool. I do like how it's working out so far, so good. Now I'm going to put another lot of pink thin thread. Now one strand again. I'll have to get some, I think. I don't think I got one. Here, these are all. Unless I use that, and I don't think I've got that colour either there. No, I don't. Pink in a stranded one, please. That? No, it's not the right colour. Nowhere near, Sonia. Now you're looking at a purple box. Yeah, well, that's probably about right. That one will look good. I'm going to just pick out whatever I feel like. Come on, really? You've got to be kidding me. They're all going to move over now, these boxes, so I can't get this one back in here. I'll put it over there then. Okay. Sorry about the chair. Righto, now. I've got some different sort of ideas. I'm going to find some different sort of ideas to do some different sort of things on here. You know, so it'll be interesting, I hope. Trying different things on it. It won't matter if these are all different going around that, or I could put it all the same. Don't know yet. Not threading that right like I usually do. That's better. Okay, so now I'm gonna. Isn't it weird how that does look the same colour as that now? And it's purpley colour, mauve colour. Anyway, I'm just going to put a few stitches going out into the onto here. I've never, as a rule, done any sort of embroidery like this. Mine's always been on crazy patchwork or stuff like that, you know. There's never been a thing where I've come and done wrong and done this sort of thing. Because I'm not... Years ago I did a few fancy work pieces. So to me this is a little bit different. What I'm used to. Used to do a lot of applique ones, but mine was very basic. There was nothing on it, like no... You know, I just started to get three-dimensional after a while, but... That was a long time ago, about 30 years or more. I could say that I was doing that. Okay. To me this looks a bit peculiar, but I guess it'll be alright. If it looks like a flower, it'll be a flower, won't it? I filled a good part of it in, I suppose, haven't I? Well, no, not really, because it takes a lot of work to fill them all in. That's probably another reason why I'm impatient with it, doing it like that. Seems to be a thread off something that's caught. Just a couple more bits, and we're gonna like it like that. Okay, sure it'll be fine. Don't know what that is I've got there. Come off there. Piece of cotton off something. Did I get it off? There we go. It doesn't look too bad, does it, when you look at it? You look at it and you go, there you go. It's not bad. That's what we're sort of aiming for. Right, now, I need a couple of beads to put in the centre of there. They have to be blue, I think. I don't think I got any small enough in that one. Oh, the needle got me. Here's a little packet of some. That'll do. Now, my needle. Where's my bead needles? Nobody panic. I know there's one here somewhere. There's heaps of them. So this one is one that I got on Temu, and it's got a really good size hole in it, so it'll do the job pretty well. It'll put the bead on, and it will usually goes through a lot of the smaller ones too, so you can, size 10 to 13 I think is in a packet that I've got there somewhere, but they're a lot smaller than these. I don't even know what these were on Temu, what size they were, because it didn't really say the sizes. I got more on here too, I forgot about that. There's another one here. It's got a good size hole in it. I don't know if you can see that. Got a good size hole in there, see? So they do have and they're very thin, and they still go through the thing. This one here might be one of the old ones that's only got a small hole. Bit of patience to thread them is needed, but otherwise they work all right. They do. The beads will go through them. I've got some. Very rarely you'll get some that won't go through. You just throw them in the bin. Unless you want to put them on some, but you can't because you just throw them in the bin. That's what you do. Okay, so I'm just going to put a bead in the centre of that little fork bit there. If I can get the needle through there, because it's a bit bent. I've got a few in here. There's something coming. What did I buy something in here the other day? Oh yeah, the little bands, little headbands come in this. You just squeeze that and that works. Oh, here's a nice one. It's only small. And I kept them all together because they were all together, and I thought, well, I might as well leave them like that. They're blue. They're blue in a blue box, in a box with blue. They're all blue. And this is the same colour as that flower over there, isn't it? So it's very nice. Very nice. Okay, come on. Where's another one the same as this one? Chase him all around the place. The same sort. Yep. I got me 2 beads on that one. How's that? Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. See, that's that one there done. Now I like it. And I can do him the same. I'll do some on the red one, or the blue one. I'll try another idea. We've got to do an outline of something else different. A mouthful of meat juice. Right, now I want to do something so I'm going to use, these are the colour, I don't know if I use them, if I've got those colours there. Doesn't matter though if they're not all the same, does it? I don't want to put the blue on because it's got to go in the middle. Maybe the mauve colour on it. Or it could use a bit of this, but you can't really see it that much, can you? Alright. Okay, so where's my box with my sequins in it? Sequins. Here. Yeah, I've got those too. Right. I've got to fix this part that's up here in front of me so I can put all my stuff in it. Right, now I'm going to do a different thing on here. maybe use those sequins as the colour. Yeah, I might use these sequins. That'll be enough, I think. Put that back in there. Crikey. Okay, sorry about that. Now, I've got a bead needle, but I don't really need one for the sequins. You don't need a bead needle. But I'm going to use this colour here, maybe, that I was just... Come here. Can't get you. I'm going to use this one. No, you can't see that's enough, so I better use the blue. Well, use the blue. Sorry about this. Now, I want 2 strands. 2 strands of blue. Right. And I hope this works, because I don't know if it'll work on going around the corner. Go, you know, we'll see. See if I can do it. I need it to be here where I can hang on to it properly. So we're going to come up through the bottom here. Or are we not? We're not. We're going to come up through here. It's not stuck down very good, is it? It's coming unstuck because of the... Should be right though. Here's coming out. We're out. We're ready. Right. So now I'm going to go down in there. I'm going to come up here. Like that. I'm going to put a sequin on there. Here. And I hope it fits, because it's not going to because of that leaf. I'll move down a bit. I don't know. We'll try it and see. So we'll come up through the back here again. These ones here might not be in the very nice place, but we're going to have to do our best, aren't we? It's too close, I think, to do this. I might have to move it over somewhere. I'll have to put it around that side. My leaf's in the road. My leaf's in the road. Oh no, I'll do that again. Come here. I'll have to put something different around there. Plus I'll have to put the iron on it again to... I'm going to try this again. So we're going to come up here, like that. Move all them bits and pieces. Okay. And go back to where you nearly come out. So you're making sort of a chain stitch, okay? And you bring that up there. And then you put on a sequin down that way, like that. Okay. I don't know how close I can put these together. I don't think I want them too close, eh? So, go down in the back of there. Come up there like that. Lay your sequin on the piece of fabric, like that, and go down in behind it. Oops. Nobody wants to say oops. Hello. Okay, a bit further over this time. This one. Have to pull that down a bit further. That one is not better. Lay your sequins down on the fabric, because you don't pick it up and put it through. You lay it down and put it through, because I did that wrong yesterday when I was trying to do it. Trying to find out how to do something. Okay. Maybe this sequin needs to be further up onto the flower. Yes, we better not keep going because we're going to run into that bird, okay? So we're going to take this out now. It's okay. You got to make sure it's right. And you do not want to have to come back and redo it, you know, when you've done the whole lot. That'll be fun at all. It won't be fun at all. So I've got to work out now, when I put this on here, make that stitch, I've got to have enough room to put my sequins on there, righto, at the bottom. Okay, let's try this again now. So here's the sequin. How many, you little bloke, you've got string on you, we'll get that off. And if I just line up the first few, that might be right after that, hopefully. So I want it to end there, don't I? So I'm going to come up here. Make it, because you want a bit of a stitch, you can't really have nothing. Go down in there, come up back there, right, like that. Now put the sequin on, and now put him down in the hole. Is that right? Yeah, put the sequin on there, and go through the fabric, like that. There we go. That's much better. Now the next one's going to come over here a bit. You got to think about, you need it to be you're going to have a bit of a stitch. There you go, around there. Put a sequin on the fabric. Like that, and then go down behind the back of it. I want to go down like that. Now that's better. Look, isn't it? That's much better. Now down, as you're going around, sort of, you don't have to. Well, you got to keep. You don't have to keep that bit in line, but you want to keep your sequins in line. So you need to think to yourself, well, you want to finish it there. So you want just to have that. This bit of a stitch there, okay. This might be taking me a little bit of time to do, but if you're doing something, you want it to be nice, don't you? You don't want to be, you don't want it to be wrong. Now, I should have got that hoop thing in here so I could, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know what I did with that sequin, but we've got plenty more, haven't we? It's probably, oh, here it is. Be for later. Come on, come through. Yeah, and put this one over. Down like that. Brilliant. I do like that. That's what we're doing here. I do like that. Because I want it to be of different things. That's a lot of reason why I couldn't make it, because I kept on doing stuff that I didn't really like. I mean, if you've seen this video, you know that I did it and I liked it. I've got another one on there. No, there you go. One from down there. Put that in there. And take that down in the back of there. Rightio. Nice. Do you like that? I think it looks really cool myself. I do like it. something that you probably wouldn't have ever thought you did around the outside of a flower, but that looks awesome. I think it does. It's a way of putting it on anyway. Hope I've gone up far enough because I don't want it to be sequins to cover my bird over. Come on. A bit harder for me to get that through. It's only because it's in my hoop and it's a bit small. Hang on a minute. Do you think we can do it? Maybe you can. Maybe not. They are all getting smaller anyway as I'm going round. I'm going to leave it, I think. No, take it out. Just take it out. Take a minute to thread it and fix it. Somebody said I was a perfectionist. Well, to a degree I am, but I've got to do it like my room. It's a mess, but if I did it, or somebody else did it, I had to make sure it's done right. I wouldn't like it at all. I wouldn't be bothered doing it if I ain't going to do it properly. That's not English, but anyway. Well, I'm not. That's how I feel. I'm a bit that way, you know. You got to rather leave it messy than not do it right. That's the thing. Anyway, I'll get it done. Nobody panic. I will get bits of it done at a time. I'm not going to push myself because I just want to be here doing this with yous and, you know, doing what we can. It was very sad today to read that Judith, is it McCarthy, I think her name is. Now I put that wrong. See, I threaded that through there and I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to go down in the top of it. She's actually getting rid of all her stuff. She's a really, really good crafter. She's got some really beautiful things that she put up on Facebook and that, because I've seen a lot of her work there and probably even on Pinterest, I think. And she's had to give up things because her husband's not well and she can't do it anymore. And I think that's really sad, that is. But, you know, life does these things, I guess, doesn't it? So who's going to worry about cleaning up my room? Nobody. I'm just going to work in it as best I can, just manoeuvre a few things over each time I get a chance. It's tidy and it's good enough for me. If I can find what I'm looking for, oh well. If I can't, I'll go and buy it. I know that's naughty, isn't it? But, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, she's got some really nice stuff, that lady. She does really pretty, bright, beautiful things. And I've followed her work now for a while, you know, and so I couldn't believe when I was reading it. I thought, oh, this mustn't be true, you know, but then it is. So, poor thing. But anyway, I guess it's her choice to make, and it's her life that she's got to. She can't do all the things, and you can't, even though we do think we can do everything. And Jeremy is really upset because the nursing home, one of the nursing homes, is closing down. Because we've got 3, the Salvation Army are moving, they say, from out here, now I've made a mistake, from out here, where we are, out west, as they call it, into the city. Because they don't, I don't know, we don't need as much help or something, I don't know. But they're moving all their, that's what it said on the news or somewhere, they're moving all their places back into the city where the people need them down there. So they've got one of the nursing homes here and they're closing it down. And Jeremy said, where are all the old people going to go? What's going to happen to all the old people? He's getting upset. I said, I'm sure they're going to have to go back home or something. I suppose they might not be able to go back home. But something will have to be done, I suppose. I don't know. They won't be able to fit in the other 2 because the other 2 are probably full anyway, because there's a real lot of elderly people in the town here. He wasn't planning on going there. He just said he was worried about the people that were down there, what they were going to do. And so am I. Probably not as much as Jeremy, because I'm thinking there's got to be a good outcome. I'm always a positive. I like to be the positive person in the family. And I'm thinking hopefully there's something that the government can do to, you know. I think there's 45 of them down there at the moment. I say down there, that's away from us, it's a fair way away. The other one's down the corner that I go past all the time. And it's pretty new. Oh, well, not pretty new, but it's newer than the other one, because we actually were born in Rosenate, me and Jeremy, because it was a hospital once. We were born 9 years apart. It was a hospital, and we were born there. But I don't know what they're going to do. They'll probably pull the building down, I suppose. It's a big place. Well, was a big place. It's a bit sad though that them people. And I'm only going to go to the end of it there. So because I think it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I'm going to have to go soon too, because my time's going to be worn out here. But anyway, he said we've only got one spare room. He said we haven't, because he uses it, but we could move in together and he could have the, he could have a bunk bed, he said, and put four of them in there. I said, and there's going to wash them and feed them. I think he might have changed his mind, I don't know. Oh dear. I don't know why these things happen. I mean, them poor people need somewhere to be. They've obviously had to go there because there was no one to take care of them, or they were unable to be cared for out of a hospital situation. Because some of them live in, like a little apartment things there or something, and the other one's just for the nursing home part. And I went there years ago. I'm actually trained to do that, and I didn't think I could handle that. It wasn't my thing. I'd be really upset if I was doing that and something happened to somebody. Sonia couldn't handle that. I'm a big wuss, me. And I did go to apply for work there, but I didn't go. I didn't work there because it wasn't for me. That sort of thing I can't. You've got to be a certain sort of person to handle that. And if anybody died on me, I'd be howling, and it wouldn't be good, would it? Some people got they're compassionate, but they can handle it. I suppose they can't handle it, but you know what I mean. It wasn't my sort of thing to do. Anyway, I've got to go now because that thing's going to scream at me. That timer's going to go off. I've got to put this last one here on. I'll talk to you later. Please leave a comment and a like, and if you want to do subscribe to my channel. And I think that's really cool. Now we'll have to come back and see what we're going to do with other bits. That's going to keep me thinking, isn't it? Thank you for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.